let's talk a little bit about Debris. I watched the first episode. I'm hooked already. We definitely have
Awesome.
those X-Files fringe vibes going on. I mean, for you, just what was it about getting into the sci-fi space more than I think you ever have in the past?
No, that's exactly right. I was really interested when I did Westworld. I was like, man, there's so many possibilities when in this genre, and you can make so many interesting choices that have to be accepted by the audience because they don't know where things are going to go, and there's nothing that's kind of out of the realm of the possibility. And when I sat down with Joel, I was like, this is definitely, it clearly, this is the guy who knows how to navigate these waters.
Yeah.
And he is immensely talented, and he's a really decent human being. And I don't know if I've connected with somebody so fast, so quickly, because I think we both see the process of storytelling so similarly. Which is primarily one of honoring the different people who come together to execute the kind of the vision. And he's egoless in that respect. I think one of the big issues that a lot of fans have expressed, having watched the first episode, were some of the concerns that I had, which is, do we really know where we're going? Do we have enough of an engine to get there? Will we be able to also satisfy the audience week to week? And will we get the support from the network to be able to do it? And and I can affirm confidently the first three. Joel knows the last line of the first season. He knows the last shot of the fifth season. He can walk you through essentially every episode there. And I think we've got tremendous support from the network because they recognize that Joel is capable of telling the story. They recognize that he can build that fan base. Particularly if we can get you on the first episode, just stick with us, and you're gonna go along for a really good ride. And they also know that the way in which we view content now is so different than it was even 5 years ago. So people they're gonna watch live. There's gonna be some people who aren't gonna watch until the very end of the season because they want to binge it on Peacock. They might DVR it, and they might just they might watch stream it once a week. So we're all in on this thing.
And I mean, you talk about a mystery box show like this where it is, things are revealed over time. How much do you know up front versus what you learn along the way?
I learned a lot of the overarching mythology and where this whole thing is going. And that because it's been helpful for the performance. But you got to put your hands up and go for the ride. And knowing that we've got to get from point A to point B, or point A from A to Z, if you will, that's really helpful. But I don't know every letter in between. And and sometimes they're slightly jumbled, and you go, oh, I wonder how he's going to get that back in order. And that's part of the fun for us as actors, particularly in television, because you start to build out this character, and then you're starting to get new terrain to navigate week by week. And it's kind of the best, or what you hope to get from an experience in theater, but with all of kind of the fun and tools of film. And that's what I found so immensely gratifying about working in television today.
I also feel like if you know too much going into it, that might affect your performance too. So you kind of should be as clueless as your character is.
Yes, that's right.
Or as your character appears to be, because there's obviously secrets.
You saw me going through the calculations there.
Yes.
We're on the same page.
And you've done obviously a lot of TV before. You've done also network and premium cable. Just what are the biggest differences when you're going back and forth between something like Kingdom, City on a Hill, Snowfall to network TV, NBC?
Look, at this juncture, network still is king in getting the word out.
Yeah.
They are fabulous with the lead up to a show, and the ability to get content out has been frustrating to me in the past with some of the work that I've done. And you start to wrestle as an actor with, well, what's really gratifying, the work that you're doing on the day, or people getting to experience it and kind of interacting with the story that you're telling. And it is a little bit of both. I mean, there's a reason why actors want to do theater. You can only kind of work in a black box so long. And then the support of of the network is different in the sense they've got more tentacles out there, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, this is a show that could live now in the cable space, particularly if they were looking to find something that was thoughtful enough for an adult, mature audience that likes sci-fi, but also like you want your kid to sit there next to you too.
Yeah.
Not too young. We're on at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be on a network, Brian. Like I haven't done this for a long time, and I see my career as being long for myself.
Yeah.
And so I don't know where. The first day I got into the business, I heard two things, and I've been hearing those same two things since I was 11 years old, which is the business is changing. It's not like it used to be. And I want to like grab onto a network show and see if I can run with 22 episodes or a few seasons of something like this. And I know that I'm in good hands with Joel, and I know that we respect our audience and we want to satisfy them, and we want to honor their experience and the sacrifice they're going to make to watch it. And we want to maybe a tribute to all the shows that they love and want to kind of move that conversation forward.
Yeah, no, I think cable or network has been stepping up its game too. So they know what they're competing with, and I think it's been really good to see what's been coming out of it. And now, for you, you're a relatively new dad. I know your kids are turning 2, twins. Just how does that maybe affect what roles you consider taking? I know you, at least now, you all get to be together, but I don't know if that's always the case.
No, that's true. And I guess I'm navigating that as I go. I think they've made, I mean, there's absolutely no question in my heart that they've made me a fuller human being. And in that respect, they've made me a better actor. When you look at a project like Debris, where we're talking about alien technology falling through the skies and landing in the Western Hemisphere, these big ideas of, are we alone on Earth? And what does it mean if we're not? And what is the capability of another life form, an intelligent life form out there that is so far superior to ours that they were able to travel hundreds of thousands of millions of light years to actually be here? When you think about all that in our show, as a father, I have my son or daughter just reach out and grab one finger and look at me, and I look at them in their eyes, and I feel that connection that is as powerful and as the magnitude of every star and galaxy in the world. And like, that's the connection we all have as human beings. We all have a parent, all of us.
Yep.
We're searching for them. We've lost them. We're thinking about them. They are the ultimate origin story. And it doesn't matter what language you speak or where you're from, or if you love to Trump or you love Biden, or you're, or how you feel about all the conversations we're having today in terms of equity and inclusion and great conversations, important stuff.
Yeah.
It all comes back to, like, we are the same. We're all people. And I think we have been forgetting that a lot.